This is Heavy Conversation with Bruce and Jody, a podcast where we talk about being a big guy in today's world. I'm Bruce. And I'm Jody. Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go.
All right, we go. All right, here we go.
Today we're going to talk about something serious.
Serious?
I know, not that the things that we've talked about in the past haven't been serious, but this is something that I think affects a lot of people, and it's not always talked about.
Yeah, we don't talk about our feelings.
We don't
very often, not as much as we should.
You're right, and so today we're going to talk about male loneliness. This is interesting because it's something that. For me, my buddy Aaron, who lives here in town that none of you know, so I don't know why I said his name.
Aaron is great.
Yeah. Hey, Aaron. Hope you're listening. Shout out. He talks a lot about male loneliness and about how it is a real issue, and it's a real thing that is affecting people, not just mentally and emotionally, but physically as well. And it's something that as you get older, we're not necessarily thinking about how we approach it. And I know, for me personally, it is absolutely something that affects me.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I mean, I think I've experienced this quite a bit when we've been moving so much.
Yeah.
It's, you try to start getting a friend group and then you move, or it's like, I think, my partner Bjorn has said, it's like, once you're out of school, you don't have this like built-in thing that you just meet all these people, you know? And also we've been, we work for ourselves, so we don't like go to work, and you have that sort of maybe built in kind of work group or friends. So that's been something that we've really struggled with, since we've started the company and been moving, something we struggle with quite a bit.
That's a big thing. And I think, more and more people are working remotely. They're telecommuting or they are starting their own businesses. And those businesses don't necessarily require you to have an office space and to be around other people. When you're in school, like you said, you're able to see people. You're forced to see people and to commingle and interact. And it's the same thing with work. When you are at an office and you're working with other people, you're around those people and you connect probably.
Yeah, even if you don't maybe like all of them.
Right. Yeah. So if you are working for yourself, and you're telecommuting or you're at home all the time, it is very easy to just get up, get on your computer and just start working and not worry about the outside world and think that those digital connections that you're having are all that you need.
Yeah, I know. Those likes aren't really doing what you think they're doing for your mental, I don't know, stability or mental health.
Sure.
Yeah, it might. I think, wasn't there like some study about like it releases some dopamines or some sort of endorphins or something whenever you get notifications on your phone and stuff like that?
It's
They've
like a drug.
Designed it. Yeah. It's so crazy.
It is. And it's, technology is great, but I think that it is easy for us to mistake that for real connection in some ways.
I think it's a good facilitator to get you to find groups or to find something to do, but then you need to like put your phone down once you go to do whatever it is. You go to a meet, I've done a bunch of those meetups, I think it's meetup.com or something. They have something for anyone on those. We've done a lot of the like entrepreneur, small business owner ones. We've done a bunch of those, and it's great. You go and find people that are interested in, and you can talk to them about it,
Totally.
It's not like just going to the bar and, trying to chat someone up, at least you have some commonality behind what you're going to be talking about.
Right. And I'm, as far as my personal story, I'm super guilty of letting technology be the thing where I'm working all the time, or as I get older, I find that it's a lot easier to just be like, nah, I don't actually want to go out and do that thing. I would rather stay at home, and I mean, there are other things going on in my life. So it's easier for me to be like, no, I don't think so. I need to stay home, I have my family obligations. I have work.
Of course.
Those things can consume you. And I have absolutely been in that situation where that's all I'm doing. And it, for me, was not a good situation. It wasn't a place where I was well adjusted. And it's still a struggle. It's very easy to just, I work from home. So here we are in my luxury palace here at Chubster HQ. It's very easy to just be here, do my thing, rinse and repeat.
Yep.
And
that's what I do.
I'm lucky to have people in my life who push against that, who are like, you need to get out, you need to experience things.
Yep.
And it reminds me to start thinking about that myself and to try and self-regulate, to get out and experience things and try new things and go to places that I like and see people. Meeting people is difficult and connecting with people is difficult.
Yep.
But it's one of those things where you have to get out there and you have to put yourself out there.
It's
and
so
try.
rewarding in the end. Like it can be a struggle. When we first moved here to Portland, I've gone to many events and I'm like, wow, I don't know anybody here. Okay. How do I, where do you start? How do you start? Like but it's been, thankfully, Portland, thank you for being pretty welcoming and friendly.
Fairly friendly.
Yeah. You can chat someone up and they're not automatically like, just standing back and claws out or whatever.
Right.
They'll talk to you and you're like, oh, there's a lot of new people here in Portland. A lot of people are moving here. So it's kind of a thing where, oh, how long you've been in Portland or, whatever. Right. Where are you from? And, that small talk kind of stuff. But I made a handful of friends already in the few months that we've been here and it's been great.
I found that being willing to be open to that and being okay with small talk, and I don't like small talk that much. I'm very much, okay, let's talk our thing and be done, move on to the next thing, whatever. So it's hard for me to do that. And that, I think, makes it more difficult to meet people. You have to be open to some of that, and you have to try to find common ground with people.
Yeah.
And that's something that, for me personally, just struggling with that. Being open to those things and being willing to say, hey, this is what I do. Are you into that or whatever?
The art of small talk is very important.
It is. And I think it's just so easy to close yourself off and not be open to new things and new ideas. And as we get older, that's something that happens more and more, and I look at my grandmother. Both my grandparents really were very much like that, where they, as they got older,
it was just the two of them.
They weren't going out. They weren't doing anything. They didn't want to be around people. And there was a very specific, this is my home. This is where I'm at. I don't need to go anywhere. Everything can come to me. I don't need to see new people. And I see that and I'm aware of that. So I try to push back against that myself because it's really important. I don't want to be in that same situation when I'm that age. And I just think that part of it is realizing that there's a big world out there and there are other things that will make you happy.
There's building your own community is really important. What, friends, neighbors, coworkers, whatever it is. I think those are really important. And then, I think in Vegas, when we were there, we joined, it was kind of a later thing that we did. We joined a bowling league, which was pretty amazing. Like, I don't know if you're into bowling, but I enjoy it. It's something fun to do. Especially,
I've seen you at the bowling alley.
Oh, that's right. We
once,
did.
Yeah.
I forgot that I saw you, you with your family. We were there. But yeah, I mean, it's fun. We were like, what is it? Alternates for a while. We went to, a gay bowling league here in Portland, and actually it's the oldest gay bowling league in the country.
Really?
It's been going for like 40 years.
Wow.
It's like the Portland.
40 years?
Yeah, Portland. It's like the Community Bowling League.
Wow.
Is what it's called, because 40 years ago, you couldn't have a gay bowling league, So it's a community bowling league, but it's, it's a gay bowling league, which is fun. And we've just we went when we first got here, they didn't have a summer league, but, we were just alternates and subs for people that weren't there that needed extra players. And it was great to you got to meet a lot of different people and show them how awesome I am at bowling. No, kidding.
I love that. You hit on something that I think is really important, is finding things that you like to do or that you're passionate about.
Yeah.
And just running with those things, getting out there and trying to do those, or finding people who are like-minded that are into what you are into. And when you find those things, it makes such a difference, because you have those things you can talk about. You have those things.
Yeah, those commonalities, and
Absolutely.
you talk about bowling or my fancy glittery sparkly ball that I have, and you know,
Right.
yeah, it's like a purpley glittery ball. But the one thing I learned in bowling, they don't have stylish men's bowling shoes. I don't know what that's a missing thing here. I couldn't get a purple. They don't have purple men's bowling shoes.
Really.
They have like blue, green. I have green ones, blue, green, black.
Can
red.
you?
I don't know.
I wonder if you can get those custom made because
I think you can, but
I'm sure it's expensive.
yeah, I don't need custom.
Yes, you need custom, but
I might just get a can of glittery purple spray paint and spray paint my shoes.
I want you to have like an entire outfit for bowling. It's
Okay.
like I'm imagining this, and I can see this glittery ball. I can see purple shoes. I can see like a
tutu or
like an entire jumpsuit.
Oh.
I want this like all purple kind of thing, and maybe it's got like stripes down the sides that are like silver glittery kind of
like those ice skater people,
right
figure skaters.
Yes, where you have an entire
Bedazzle
ensemble.
it. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
I don't know that you'll ever see that.
Well,
sorry.
a boy can dream.
Yes. And that, you can.
So I know we're talking about some heavy stuff, but I do want to take a break to introduce this beer, and I'm very excited to
Drum roll.
to bring this to you. This is a beer from Against the Grain Brewery. It is called the Brown Note.
That is not a good picture. What are they? The brown note.
I know it's horrifying, isn't it?
So there's a picture of a man's backside wearing tidy whities, who's holding a thing of toilet paper with a brown note, as it were, on his underwear.
Apparently, it was a bad day.
Yeah, too much of that. I don't know. I don't even want to go there.
I know.
Anyways.
I saw this and was amazed that this was actually a beer and this was actually a thing. So, of course,
a
I had to
local
get
thing?
it. It is not. It is from a brewery in Louisville, Kentucky.
Oh, well, that
Against the Grain Brewery.
explains a little bit
And,
more, I think.
it says, this is the brown ale to end all brown ales. Enjoy it.
Is that what it's going to make me do after I drink it?
Let's hope not. Let's hope not. We'll be reaching out to the brewery if that is the case. Enjoy it because
Explosive diarrhea
there's
after
no
that.
longer any reason to drink another brown ale. You've reached the pinnacle, the disco bump, the brown note.
That's a drug reference there. Disco bump.
I'm going to read the rest of this. There's a little bit of cursing, so
We'll beep it.
just telling you ahead of time. Drink this beer or shit yourself trying.
Oh.
There we go. Okay. I've never had that happen when I've tried to drink a beer, so I'm just going to...
Have you had this one before?
I have not. You know what? I will have to consult my beer app to see.
Oh, your whatever it's called.
Untapped.
Untapped, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, here.
All right. You, that glass here. Let's...
Me first.
Yes, let's see
I
what
wanna-
we've got.
Shit myself first.
Great. I want you to shit yourself first.
I'll go first. That's good. That's well. Okay.
Oh, is that enough?
That's
Are you sure?
well. That's for a taste.
There we go. All right. Fair enough.
So it's an amber. Well, is that amber? Amber color.
Yes. It has a brown color, which is
amber.
I guess.
I'm going to say amber.
Okay. Yeah, it is an American brown ale. So,
My sniffer's a little out of commission today. So,
missed the glass.
did you? I thought you already shit yourself.
I haven't even had a drink. It already happened.
Sorry.
Oh man.
Ooh, okay. Anyways.
All right.
What is it called? Backside?
It's called the backside.
The brown note. Sorry.
The brown
I don't
note.
even
Here
know
we
what it's
go.
called. Woo. I'm ready. Okay. Well, that's like kind of caramely.
Yeah. I feel like it's kind of dry.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Oh, man.
That's not coffee, is it? That's like it's got a deep flavor to it, a darker.
It might be coffee. I can get some coffee.
A little bit, a few
Caramely
hints.
coffee.
Yeah.
That was funny.
I like this. Yeah, I really. It's these kind of things that push back against male loneliness.
Yes.
You know?
Having a beer can help.
Right. Being able
friends.
To, sharing that with friends and finding these things that you're interested in. And it, obviously does not have to be drinking beer, but there are so many things where you can just have these experiences. And I think it's just so important. And I know, I definitely don't want to sound preachy with it because it's something that I personally struggle with every day is trying to figure out how best to spend my time and, when I need to disconnect from the daily grind and actually do something that's positive.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, like I said, using your phone or the computer to find those groups that facilitate, you know, going and doing things. There's like, I don't know if you know, I'm gay, but there's like bear groups around the country. So like, you know, like here, there's, I think the Oregon Bears, Vegas Bears, whatever, you know, there's groups for, what is it? Hirsute men, bigger, hairy guys that hang out. They do bar events. They do, social events, volunteer things, all kinds of different events, but in most bigger cities have bear groups.
Right.
Those are fun to at least some sort of connection. You know, it's, you know, there's still kind of runs the spectrum of what people are interested in, you know, gamers or whatever, you know, all that kind of stuff. But it's kind of a way to at least have some sort of group. You can find some people that have commonalities that way.
Which is huge.
Yeah.
You want to find that. If you can find those things, then it just makes such a difference.
Yeah.
And you really, in a lot of cases, have to look for those things. And I know, you know, if you're living in a much smaller city, if you're not in a major metro area, it can be more difficult to find like-minded people, and the internet does come in handy for those kind of things. And, you know, we're not, I don't think anybody's advocating for, you know, stay off the internet. It's the devil.
No, but you need some IRL time.
Right.
All you.
Sure.
What are those? Like LOL
emojis? No. What are those called? Emoticon? No. What are they?
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
What are the kids using these days? But anyways.
Let's blame the brown note.
Brown note. Yeah. It's actually good. They need to change that.
It's very drinkable. It's very drinkable. Horrifying label, but drinkable beer.
The brown note is fine. The name, just not the imagery.
Yep.
Anyways.
I would drink it again.
Yes. Yeah. So bear groups. Bowling.
Yeah.
Biking groups.
Right.
Oh, the hiking. There's well, it's called Fat Girls Hiking here, but it doesn't, you don't have to be a girl or female gendered or anything like that. It doesn't matter. Just groups like that to go do similar things within, you know, all that kind of stuff.
There's also Unlikely Hikers, which is another group that does something similar that is very cool. Yeah, there are a lot of things like that where you can kind of get out, and finding those communities that you identify with makes such a difference. And there are more and more of those all the time. And being able to be yourself and feel comfortable is huge and so important. So yeah, I think it really is a matter of getting out there, because you are absolutely going to find people who are like you, who maybe don't feel, you don't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
But you get out there and you take that chance. There's somebody else out there taking that same chance.
It is hard sometimes going to new places, but when there's people that are similar to you, that look like you, you know, it helps.
Sure.
So like I said, I use meetup.com to find local groups. I've even done a couple gardening things. I have a community garden here.
Nice.
So I've gone I think I've only gone to one actually, but they don't meet up that often. But
just a gardening meetup. Nice.
Yeah. You know, just talk about, because I was new to the Pacific Northwest. So I was like, I'll get some tips about what to grow here and whatever.
We could jump into a well of Pacific Northwest gardening, but I don't want to do that to people. But I will say that I was turned on to a book because I too garden, and there's a book about gardening here.
I've been to Powell's more than I'd like to admit.
Something west of the Cascades. I can't remember.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah. I go to Powell's and I'm in the garden section quite a bit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Powell's is the bookstore. That probably won't be.
Isn't it the largest bookstore in the country?
I think so.
I believe so. Yeah.
It's dangerous.
It is. It's dangerous. It's huge. They have everything. I mean, from all the books you're going to find.
I think that's also a good resource, is to go to the library and go to bookstores and get out, you know.
There are a lot of ways to get out there, and you really should. Last year, I really tried to say yes to everything.
Yeah, we've been doing that a lot.
I made a point to really just, if I was invited to something, if I was asked to do something, I said yes, obviously within reason, but I made a real point to do that, and it made a big difference. I met a lot of people, and I was really able to connect in ways that I wouldn't have otherwise. And I try to keep that in mind moving forward.
Even if it's something that maybe you're not even really into or know much about, all the better. Something new to learn about. Yeah. I've gone to I went to the, what is it, Rooster Rock the other day, this last weekend.
Yeah.
Go to the beach or the river beach, whatever it is.
Sure.
It was great. Met a bunch of people and just hung out.
Right.
Got way too much sun, as a ginger does.
Ooh. Yeah.
Doesn't matter where I go, how much sunscreen I put on.
Well,
But yeah, it's good. Get out and float down the river.
You just have to be really proactive, and you have to push back against that, especially as you get older, because it is very easy to.
Yeah, we get set in our ways.
And
I only like doing this. I don't like that.
And our culture in general values people less as they get older, and I think that pushes. That definitely sets in as far as the way your mindset and the way that you look at things. So pushing back against that and getting out there and doing things that matter to you and that are important is just so huge.
Yeah. And like you said, just saying yes to things when people invite you, that's huge.
Right.
I'm always trying to figure out something to do and go places and meet new people. And yeah, it is a struggle pretty much every day, but
sure,
quite often because we work from home as well. And it's hard to keep your sanity to, because I work with my partner, so we're like always together. So you got to have your alone time away from each other, sometimes your own friends. And
yeah, you do have to have alone time. You have to have that time to rest and recharge and all of that, but try not to make that all of your time.
Yeah, you can't be 24-hour alone time.
Right. Yeah.
What else do you do?
I am relatively new to this area, so I do a lot of exploring. I try to get out and, learn about the different neighborhoods, check out the area. Being from the Midwest and moving here, it's like there's a mountain that you can see when you go outside. So being able to see that, or go to the ocean, or you go a little further and you can go to the desert. I mean, you have all of these different options, and that's still just this amazing thing to me. So trying to have those experiences is big for me. We have a ton of breweries, so trying to get to those and see how people are making beer and kind of what their philosophies are, and getting to try some of that is really cool.
Yeah. There's a kind of a gay bear sort of thing here, and I can't remember what it's called, but they do sort of monthly meetups at different breweries.
Nice.
Bar things that aren't maybe they don't go to just gay bars, which is nice to get out from that sort of just everyday thing. So that's nice. Haven't gone to one because it's always seems to be on some day that I'm doing something that I've already said yes to something else.
Right.
And I don't, I'm not always trying to go to the bar, but yes, it's something that I've been wanting to do, and I need to just do it.
I think it's important to realize that you're not alone. And I know for me, sometimes it is easy to just kind of wallow in that and just be like, and I think for me personally, I feel like I'm prone to those kind of feelings. So, there are absolutely people out there who are listening who deal with those things on.
I deal with depression.
Yeah.
It pops its head in once in a while, and
right.
Kind of okay, I need to go get out of the house and not be in here all day, and
do something else.
Out with some people and have some fun and laugh and chat about something not work related. That's always nice too.
Yeah. Right.
Sometimes it's I don't want to talk about work. Don't bring it up.
Totally. That's always the thing, and you get stuck with it. So
yeah,
absolutely.
Let's not talk about me today.
Yeah. You're really just trying to push out of your comfort zone. And when you do that, it's worth it. So, hopefully, what we've talked about here, makes a difference and helps. And, if you
And reach out to us.
Yeah, absolutely. Reach out to us.
We love hearing from you.
Yeah, tell us what works for you. We'd love to hear what is working. How do you fight against loneliness? I think one of the other things that we just to touch on really quickly is that when masculine society is told that you're told that you can't share your emotions, you can't feel this way, you can't feel like you're alone, you can't be sad, you can't have a range of feelings. When you're told that, then you hold all that stuff in, and I'm absolutely guilty of that. And it's trying to push back against that and know that you don't have to be this stereotypical, guy.
Yeah, the stoic, no feeling.
Right.
Yeah, no.
Right.
That's not realistic.
No, and it's not good for you. And reaching out and being open and knowing that it's okay to feel however you feel and to get help or to find a community is vital. It's important. So you need to be able to do that.
Yeah. And we'll put some notes or maybe some resources in the show notes on our pages, so you can look for those. But yeah, reach out to us. Let us know what you're doing to meet some new people, to, get out of your comfort zone, that kind of thing. Let us know. I want to hear some new things that I can do.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. Thanks so much. Make sure to share this with some friends. Everyone needs some help once in a while, so.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Until next time.
Ooh, on the brown notes. Bye.
Thanks for listening to Heavy Conversation. Be sure to like and subscribe on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts.